So when I was in the middle of painting these two, I had a phone call from a friend, and I didn't want to keep working on these while I was talking. So I grabbed two more boards and just put some ink on them and moved it around. And I think I might just let that dry. There's quite a lot of sort of pattern and movement and contrast with it, very dark and very light. So I really sort of want some lighter tones, but I don't want to sort of lose some of these stronger pieces of colour that I've got. So I think I'll leave these to dry and revisit them again and see what they want to become, maybe in another session or maybe later today. What I think's happened here is that I've used this ink. So I think when I bought this, who makes this? Sinalia. I think of them as the makers of those beautiful oil pastel, oil crayons that people use. And so what I might have to remember is that these don't seem to be permanent. And so this blue keeps re-wetting when I use it. So I just noticed that there was lumps on the skin, on the area of the face here, that made it look really not lovely. And so I just sanded it a little bit, but that has reawakened this blue. So what I'm going to do is seal this with a bit of either matte medium or gloss medium varnish. Maybe I could use gloss medium and varnish, just to seal that in, and then I can repaint it, because I don't really want the blue seeping through on her face. I sort of don't mind it anywhere else, but it's not really working for me here. It's becoming a bit of a problem, and then I'll just have to repaint this little face. And because faces draw our attention almost more than anything else, I think as part of the human thing, we are drawn to see and look at faces. So, and the fact that her face is right smack bang in the middle of this painting, which is funny, because when I learned from Wilton, I remember him saying these are bullseye. Things are right in the middle are called a bullseye, and to sort of avoid them. So that's curious that she's right smack bang in the middle. But it's funny because I've been talking about the idea of going grey, and so it's sort of not surprising to me, a bit of a joke, that's right, a bullseye, right in my, you can't miss it. So that's what I might do here, is just give that a little a coating of this gloss medium and varnish, and let that dry really well, and then revisit it with another paint, because I really quite love these little paintings. They are small, but they're holding a lot for me, and so I wanted to give it the attention I felt like it deserved. To upload this video, I've noticed here the little teapot, and I did have a little vase or a pot around it, as if that was like a tree or something. And when I used that that gloss medium varnish over top, these disappeared. That was a white gel pen. So that's interesting to notice. So it's now given me like a real subtle little image there, which I quite like. But that happened. So a spray varnish might have been a better solution for finishing this. I realised as I was putting this video together that I had not actually shown you much of the process of painting these, and that's the case sometimes. I either didn't remember to turn it on or whatever like that, but more this is about sharing, I don't know, the whole journey, rather than it's not like classes of how I paint the whole thing usually. Anyway, I'm just noticing this one here. Actually, as I held them up earlier to the camera and then I was editing the video, I noticed that there was reflections and the eyes were not showing up really well because I had used pencil, just like a 2B pencil. And so they were kind of nice muted, sort of a grey, but they were a bit odd from different angles. So I tried using actually the fine line waterproof pen. It was too thick and it actually wasn't as waterproof and wonderful as I'd hoped, and so it was just too big, too smudged, too awful. So I had to wash that all off and come back again with a tiny brush. So I thought, all right, well, maybe I can record this and have a little chat while I do something with this one here. And what I noticed is something that I unintentionally do, but it happens a real lot, where I do an odd shaped face. One half is kind of rounded, and then this other side goes up, and it's how I can really, this is going to be tricky, how I can really see, I don't know if this is going to work, I can't quite tell. Oh yeah, I think it might. Where's the mirror? I'm trying to see from filming. Oh, I don't know if this will work. I'm not quite sure how to do it. If you can see, when you can see a reflection, the idea of using the mirror really helps you to see the work from a different angle. And it's like half the face is fully there, but the other side is a little sort of lost, which can work sometimes if it looks like there's a bit of an angle, but front on it doesn't seem to be working great. So I thought, why don't I see about doing a little edit to that little side of her face and see if I can make it look a little more rounded. So I'll try it upside down, because sometimes that can help you then just to focus on what you're doing instead of what does it look like straight away. So already it's a bit of a worry, it doesn't look like the right color that was used, so that's a little tricky. It might have been had a little peach, a bit more peach in it. So we'll just see. It's like I've got too much of the dark on there. I don't want the dark, I want the light. Try and just sort of blend it. It's the only thing about painting tiny. It gets kind of tricky, the little details, when they're really small. Just wanting to kind of make a lip colour. Almost need my magnifying glass. It's quite hard to focus in on this tininess. God, yeah, it's really hard to see. I think that's better. What I noticed when I was looking at this one is I really love this tablecloth. It's really reminding me of a Brett Whiteley painting. He used to use this beautiful blue a lot, and it's just sort of reminding me of something that I've seen in one of his paintings, probably because I sort of studied them a little bit. I love them. So yeah, quite enjoying that, and just these messy daisies done with a gel pen. So what I'm going to have to do is spray varnish this and see how that goes, because as I realized later, the the details disappeared when using the varnish. So, you know, that's what I've got for this week. I'm loving this little collection that's gathering. If you saw the previous week, we've got these two, and now these two. I've made these these boards that I was thinking will become backgrounds to new ones. But it's an interesting thing that's happening at the moment is I'm really enjoying these as they are. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go. So what I might do is probably put them aside and start something else until they kind of let me know, okay, we're ready, or, you know, maybe they're finished. You know, somebody might love these abstract ones, which are sort of quite gorgeous. So yeah, that's been an interesting change of mood, is in a way. They've sort of I was sort of set on doing this kind of arrangement for as long as I wanted. So you never know when you do this kind of project. When will it run out of steam? When do you maybe get bored or something wants to shift? So I'm in this sort of middle of that with these at the moment. Is not quite sure where I'm heading next with this little board project. Hi there. It's just a short video this week. I'll see what I can get together for you next time. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. See you next time. Bye.